in a culture-rich country like India, we just have, I don't know which other country has this kind of diversity and history of the performing arts, of the arts. And the sadness is that we don't have the infrastructures to actually allow us to be aware of what there is. So what we are trying to do as Junoon is try and bring that access to people.
And in its entire deliciousness.
Yeah.
And then we curate that. We that's where we delight in actually curating that ability to bring what the artist has to the audience in these beautiful ways.
And creating those experiences also, because we don't believe that you can share the arts as information or as knowledge. You have to experience them.
Yeah.
That's the strength of the arts.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're doing with the Junoon Salons.
Yeah. To be absolutely frank, for us at Junoon, what we're trying to do with the salons is we're inviting in people who we think will get the richness of these art forms. And we're looking for journey partners. We're looking for people who will come along with us in whatever way they can or wish to in this journey, our journey to take the arts out to people across India. Because really, to know who you are today, you have to know your arts and culture. And we find that missing in the communication of what gets passed down.
And that's why we're talking to you. We believe you're that person who needs to be part of the salons to build this understanding and value of India that we need to have today, now more than ever before.
The first evening, we're extremely excited to start off with the 1-hour performance of Sangeet Bare, which is a play that will take you into the world of Lavani. It's created by 2 documentary filmmakers and Lavani artists together. It's a fascinating world, Lavani. It's an absolutely fascinating world to which we get very little access, mostly through films. What this performance does, which is so incredibly exciting, is it shows you the power of the performer. I mean, anybody who sees this women perform and is not blown away, it's not possible. You will be blown away. You can be man, you can be woman, you can be child. You will be absolutely blown away. They are great artists. But it's also a form that actually shows you how India has been so open to various kinds of being and thinking and living. And we get access into something that is so fundamentally Indian and so strongly and beautifully part of our culture. And especially at a time like this, when we are rethinking what is the role of women in society, we are trying to open up those doors. These are larger conversations we're having in the world, and that's why we want to start with this Lavani and this celebratory performance, which actually, I think, grays a lot of areas that we think we know just from the way the performance happens. A lot of questions and openings will happen through the performance, and I hope that's what we carry into our conversation later on in the evening.
And the second performance is with Katkata and Anurupa Roy, her amazing puppet theatre company. And here she really breaks all norms of what puppetry can mean and be, and creates a contemporary form of Indian puppetry, taking from traditional and bringing in a new language of this absolutely magical performance.
Actually, because contemporary puppetry in India is actually not that big a field.
No.
But traditional puppetry, right, across the country has been huge. So many of our epics have been told by shadow puppets, by other kind of traditional puppets. And they actually, there's cross-learning happening. They're creating a new language of Indian puppetry. And I mean, puppetry is a fascinating form if you think about it. It's making you believe that something that is not alive is alive.
Has breath,
right? And taking you into that world, and what the engagement with Anurupa will be, and that's part of what our salons will do. We'll have 2 performances, but we'll have one which is a performance interaction that takes you into a form. Because we also believe it's really, really important to start understanding what makes a form tick, sort of, get us into sort of understanding the heartbeat of a form, and that's what the evening with Anurupa Roy, the 1-hour interaction with her will be.
And really why we're coming to you is because this is what we believe. We believe that making this wonderful cross-pollination of people, having experienced a 1-hour engagement with the performing arts, and then mulling over a glass of wine or food and in conversation with each other, is what will germinate possibility.
Let's open up those conversations. Let's start with being aware. Let's start with opening up the conversations. Let's start with seeing where we can go. And then we'll see where the salons take us. But it really is us asking you to come on a journey with us.
Absolutely.
So make sure that we as Indians know what our rich world of culture is. Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.